the first close-up look we're having at one of these things. And as you can see, it's got the cactus flesh, and then it's got these spines all over, but that one's a little worse for wear because on the shady side there were lots of holes in it. I think I've read somewhere in the past that there's a bird that makes its nest in it or something, but here's a nice green one that's pretty healthy. And as you can see, it's very, very tall. We beat our record at the back in New Mexico. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 species of cacti here in probably a 20-foot, no, a 10-foot diameter. If you went over to the center of them all. I think there's another species down here a little ways away. We'll walk down and see. There it is. Here's the 5th type of cactus. I don't know, this one may be a barrel cactus, I'm not sure. I've heard of that before. But you can see it's close to the ground, whereas that swirl just goes up and 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 up. There, that may be the mining operation that I've heard is on this land. There's one RV, but there's also lots of semi trucks, and they may be digging something out of the ground over there. Spread all back through there. Our place is to pull off into camp though, so. And for 14 days you can stay here without any charge, because this is public land and as taxpayers you already own it. However, there are no services, so the van is set up with the solar on top and got plenty of water and food, so I can stay for a while if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm heading on down towards the quartzite, which is about a couple hours away. So it should be I should be there sometime this afternoon. I held the camera out the driver's side window as we passed by these campsites on the way out towards the main road. And by campsites, I mean flat spots where you can actually get your vehicle to and set up your camp. I guess some of these people are going to stay the maximum 2 weeks allowed on this Bureau of Land Management land north of Phoenix. They're camped all over the place here, back closer to the road. But I found another kind of cactus, and this one is this one's pretty spectacular. It's got it has I don't know, flowers, I guess, or whatever you call things that come on to a cactus, but it's pretty high. It's about close to 3 feet tall, I guess, 2.5. Anyway, this is the desert landscape where I spent the night last night. This is some funny looking stuff. I guess it's a type of cactus. It really looks to me to be like it has a woody stem. And then, but you see what it has up here. We're almost back to the main road, I think, but we've come up on this scene and over to the right, and it's directly into the sun, so I don't know if we'll have a chance to get a view of it. But apparently there's been a fire, and it looks like they take wildfires out here pretty seriously, as you've been checking out on the, or if you've been paying attention on the news, some of these fires out here in the west can grow huge and get out of control. And I say they want to jump on them as quick as they can. It's off to the right, and if I turned the camera that way, we would only see glare. But they're lined up here forever. I didn't count the units, but we could look on the film, I guess, and see. But it looks like they got it under control. So. Like some state workers have been turning over some road markers, and I think they may have been just talking. The road not actually blocked. Oh, he's picking them up. Not out in the wild, of course. I know the sign's there, but we're at a gas station. But here's a different kind of cactus. We're about 100 miles from Quartzsite. I don't know what we'll see when we get there, but this may start showing up. As you can see, it's got, I guess, flowers on it. We're close to Quartzsite. We're gonna turn right up here, but any distance you might be able to make out some mountains. We've actually been traveling for 60 miles through a, I guess a valley. Block fault valley with mountains on both sides, and it's just as straight as can be. But now the mountains are beginning to close in front of us. And Quartzsite is 32 miles ahead of us. I should double check that with this sign and see if Sherry's on the same page. 18 miles to Interstate 10 and 275 to Los Angeles, but we're not going there. Alright, 11 miles away. And we will be in Quartzsite. This is interesting. There are almost no passenger vehicles on this treasure road. Hey, the town limits of Quartzsite, almost no passenger vehicles, is almost entirely semis. Okay, I know it's hard to see, but we are 5 miles away from Quartzsite. As you can see in the far distance, the interstate's going to climb up over those mountain ridges. Will we be in Quartzsite before we get to that mountain, or will we be on the other side of that mountain? Okay, we have made it here in October, so the big gathering doesn't happen in January. But there are RVers who are already supposedly arriving here because they and they will spend the winter.
In 400 feet, Turn left on East Main Street.
But
Turn left on East Main Street.
it's about a quarter till 5 local time. So I am going to find me a place to park for the night and set up camp before dark, and then we will explore tomorrow. But I'm going to drive down Main Street and I'm going to park. I think there's a dollar store here. We'll go in and you don't need anything, but I'm going to get some chocolate covered almonds and see how much they cost out here. Alright, we're going to turn around. Go back to that dollar store and get out of that harsh sun. All right, I was a little surprised. The prices, for the most part, are the same in there as they are in Greensburg. The further west we come, Walmart, the prices at Walmart have gone up. And by this being a tourist town, I guess it will be interesting to come back in January when hundreds of thousands of people are here and see if they change their price. Oh, I was going to pull off and find directions to a campground or a BLM land, and I did it. Anyway, I'll drive down here a ways. And at least we can see going this way, see the town. Said don't encourage the panhandlers. On the left, that RV park had a sign, $199 a month. I bet you have to pay your utilities on top of that. Look, he needs a power steering fluid. One on the right. Squeal, squeal. Phoenix, Parker, and Yuma. I'm gonna have a chocolate covered almond while we're stopped here at this red light. We're heading north of Quartzsite on US 95 to the Plamosa Road Bureau Land Management area. And actually, if you stay on 95, this road, I believe it will take you all the way into Las Vegas, which I will need to. I didn't check. Thank you, buddy. I didn't check when I was near Phoenix. There are a couple of casinos that have poker rooms. I didn't check to see if they were open. Well, when I get camped tonight, I will check and see what is available within reasonable driving distance. Deep well water, 5 cents a gallon.
Turn right on Plamosa Road.
There are plenty of RVers here already, so we will have some company tonight if we want it, or we'll see if we can find some a secluded spot. Here we
You've
are.
arrived at your destination.
14-day camping limit. Let's see what it says. Promotes the road, no campfires, limited to 14. Must move to a site at least 25 miles from here or in a long-term visitor area when available. And there are LTVAs here. We're not camping on public lands in the vicinity of Quartzsite, Arizona. Is limited to Dome Rock Mountain, Roadrunner, High Jolly, Scadden Marsh, and Plumosa Road. And then there are some long-term visitor areas. But just look at all the vehicles already parked here, and they say in January when the big tent show is going on, there will be hundreds of thousands of people in RVs, in trailers and vans and cars and tents. And since I'm just going to stay one night here, I might find me a place that's not too far out, be away from people, because that's how I roll. But I may not look for a super remote. Open range, next 16 miles. Alright, it is 19 miles to the Bouse Community Park. Let's drive on out here a ways and see what it says. Let's see if there's more to choose from. All right, help me choose, right side of the road or left side of the road? Right side or left side? Right side or left side? Hold on, I'm just enjoying looking at this right now, because this is so new. The moon is up over the mountains off to the right, and I would suspect it's fairly dark out here, so the stars may be out, even though I haven't. The moon doesn't set later on. And let's see if we can get right here. We'll go look at this place. It looks fairly deserted, relatively deserted, because there's a big rock that'll take your oil pan off. But since we're just going to stay tonight, I'll park there, but it's too close to the road. Drive on back here and see. Oh, we got some straggling trees out here. Let's see, the west is where the southwest will be where the wind prevails from. So let's see if we can put one of these trees between us and the southwest. And this isn't much of a tree right here, but if we go much further back here, it looks like we're going to get down into a wash, which we do not want for obvious reasons. Here we are. Let's see, I'm probably going to turn around though, because I want the east side. I want the morning sun on the passenger side would come in those windows and warm up, and would want the evening sun on the drivers. But it looks like those are fire rings, so they must camp pretty close together out here when the big event happens. All right, let's see what that looks like. Just a slight upcline, I guess, so that I can sleep with my head towards the front of the van. Anyway, we're here.